Hello and welcome back. I'm here today to talk about a new product in the CloudController product portfolio called the Platform Builder. Platform Builder is a seamless integration into CloudController that allows you to build and deploy any Linux distribution, multiple distributions, to multiple virtualization platforms. So with this product, you can select the virtualization platforms you wish to use for deploying a specific Linux build for a server platform or a DevOps environment, and auto-deploy it, make it available for service catalog items in the CloudController service catalog. The virtualization platforms that are supported by the Platform Builder currently, by its initial release, are VMware vSphere, Microsoft SCVMM/Hyper-V, Microsoft Azure Public Cloud Platform, Amazon Web Services EC2, IBM SoftLayer for both virtual and bare metal servers, and Huawei Fusion Sphere, which is based upon OpenKVM and OpenStack. As you can see here in the filtering function, by selecting the virtualization platforms you wish to make a build for, the distribution drop-down menu filters out the distributions that are available for all of the platforms you've selected in the upper left corner of the screen. Here you can see we've selected an openSUSE 13.1 build that we wish to make, and we go about the process of selecting all the packages that we require for that build. We select a different distribution, so as here, SUSE, SLE11, SP3. Different sets of packages appear, and there's help text at the bottom to allow you to understand which packages you need to have for your build and maybe the ones you don't need to have. The example we're showing now, we're going to make a build for VMware and Microsoft, their private cloud hypervisor platforms, based upon RedHat RHEL 7, and we select the packages we wish. The Platform Builder, once it makes the build, will actually build the VHD and or VMDK file that we will then deploy automatically to the hypervisor or public cloud platform that has been selected. Of course, you can only do that if those platforms have been automatically registered into CloudController and we are already using them in the cloud. Here you can see we've built the VMware and Microsoft package sets that we wish, and we run the builds. The build starts on the Platform Builder build server. You see a status of building. The process of building takes anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending upon the distribution and the package set that's been selected. Once the build has been completed, you see the build end date and the status successful. These particular builds took about 20 minutes. You can see here on the screen now the VHD and VMDK files have both been created. Now we can select the location we wish to deploy them in the infrastructure that's already been registered in CloudController Instance Server. When we hit the deploy button, these templates will actually be deployed automatically onto, in this case, the VMware vSphere environment and the Microsoft SCVMM Hyper-V environment that we've selected here. See progress. It uploads the image from our build server to that hypervisor management platform. In this case, the VMware has been successfully deployed. We can then go into the vCenter environment and see specifically that the template exists and is stored exactly where we asked it to be deployed to using the Platform Builder. There's the VMware RHEL 7 template that we just created, and it appears nicely in the VMware environment. Once it's there, of course, we can build a service catalog item from it in CCIS and make that service catalog item, that platform, available to any supply chain or specific cloud user in the cloud that's being managed by CloudController. We go and we select VMware as the virtualization platform, select the appropriate cluster, the operating system we wish, and there you see the template being read in by CCIS. The packages that we used in the build are listed here in the package list, so we know what it contains. We should go through the pricing exercise if you wish. When we started this exercise, there were 31 platform builds in CloudController. We track how many platforms are built. That's a licensable entity. We go to the platform server administration screen. We see indeed that RHEL 7 platform has been built, and there were two platforms, so it went from 31 to 33. Now we're going to go into Platform Builder and make a build for a different virtualization platform. Here you can see we're selecting Microsoft Azure, and all the Linux distributions that are compatible with Azure appear on the screen for the architecture listed. We go through the same process of selecting the packages we wish to have in that build. Once the packages have been selected, give it a name again and save it. Going to the Build tab allows us to run the build, as you can see here, for Microsoft Azure. The build starts, and then it finishes 9.5 minutes later successfully. We can deploy it then to Azure. So the build that's been created on the CloudController Platform Builder will be automatically deployed as a private image on the Azure account that we've selected here that's already been registered in CloudController Instance Server for in this case, a hybrid cloud. And then, of course, when I go into the Virtual Machine Service Administration, I create a new service catalog item based upon that platform. I select the Azure platform, the Azure server that I wish to use from those that have been registered, and of course there I see the SUSE 13.2 template that we've added in to Azure as a private image, and all the packages are available. And we go through the same process of creating that item, and in the overview of the Platform Builder you can see that it's now a managed entity in CloudController at the bottom. And last but not least, we're going to make another item in the service catalog for Platform Builder based upon Huawei Fusion Sphere. See that Huawei supports at this time 3 Linux distributions. We're going to make here a CentOS 6.5 platform. And this is just illustrating that you can make Linux platforms for major hypervisor virtualization platforms and all the major public cloud services. They're all compatible with CloudController. You can make multiple builds of the same distribution, deploy them automatically to any of the resources, the virtualization platforms that are registered in CloudController Instance Server, and within the course of about 20 to 30 minutes, you can define a Linux platform, build it, deploy it automatically, then build a service catalog item on that for CloudController Instance Server, and make that platform available to any collection of cloud users in your cloud managed by CloudController. So we finish up the Huawei Fusion Sphere CentOS template for Platform Builder. Go through the same process. You see the process is the same regardless of the hypervisor technology used or public cloud platform used. The build started, 8 minutes later it's finished, the VHD file exists. We select in our Huawei infrastructure where we want this to be residing. Select the specific data storage location, the path, share name and password of course, and we deploy it there. Successfully deployed. Now it's available for the service catalog for building EOS and POS based service catalog items in CloudController Instance Server. There it is. Packages are listed just as on the other platforms. Common interface, same functionality, single pane of glass interface, single data model for creating and deploying complex Linux server platforms and DevOps environments. Thanks for your attention today, and I look forward to hearing again another time.